Today is 965th day of being 3D artist in game development. And I want to share my story with you, my ups and downs, things that helped me to stay focused, motivated, and continue this not easy journey. Also, make sure to watch this video till the end because I have a small gift for you there. It all started when I discovered famous Blender Guru tutorial, the donut tutorial. I watched it, created my donut, didn't finish it, started another tutorial on the YouTube, and I was making my works by the tutorials. 3 to 5 tutorials I finished, and I was constantly uploading those to my ArtStation. I've created something, I've posted to ArtStation, and again and again. Probably after 2 months of time, I've received a message to my email from person who was interested in working with me. Back then I had COVID and I thought that okay, probably I'm dreaming because I woke up in the midnight and see on my phone that okay, I'm inviting you to interview, let's discuss some things. And I was like, you're probably kidding, right? But I've decided to reply to him, and after a couple of days, we've had a call, and I've received a proposal to work with him. It was a freelance basis contract, but still I had a stable project, and I knew that, wow, I'm 3D artist now. And back then I had planned a trip to Asia with my girlfriend on the winter time. So I've started packing my things, and I didn't knew what awaits me in Thailand. So with only half of year experience, we've landed in sunny Thailand, and I felt amazing. I thought, okay, my life changed 360. I'm now digital nomad. I'm traveling the world, and I'm in Thailand. I mean, it was a big cultural shock for me because it was so far away from home, and I mean, culture like is different. But that evening, when we went to the city, I've understood that okay, if I want to stay here for a longer period of time, I need to get back to work. So on the next day, I've got back to work. For you to know, I was renting Airbnbs, and it was great if one of them had some workspaces where I could put my laptop and work. But in many of them, there was only kitchen tables or something. I had limited budget because I didn't earn that big amount of money to let myself to rent a villa or something, but it still was nice places. And yeah, I was working sitting at those kitchen tables, but it was a bad idea because after a couple of months I've noticed that my back started to hurt. I was working on weekdays from the morning till the evening, and sometimes in the evenings I was riding with the bike to the beach side and was chilling there. And on the weekdays, we were traveling with the bike around local cultural sites and so on. But after a couple of months, I've understood that the project is ending. Horrible feeling when you're so far away from home, you don't have even a ticket back home, and you don't have job, and you're renting apartments every day. You're spending money, but you're not earning anything. One of the first moments when I've understood that okay, maybe freelance basis is kind of weird. It's not that stable as I imagined it. But after a couple of weeks of pause, I've received some work and bought tickets and get back home because in Lithuania it was already spring. I didn't knew what is waiting for me in Lithuania. So I got back home. I didn't knew what to expect, where I'm gonna live, what I'm gonna do, and how do I gonna make a living from 3D. Thankfully, I had some time to earn money, and I've saved a bit because after a couple of months, the projects ended again, and I've understood that there's no work. That's so shitty feeling. And I've tried to reach out to clients on Upwork, but it all was unfortunately not successful as I imagined it. Also, I have a side hustle, my Etsy store where I sell custom portraits, so it saved me a lot. But when I had no work, I've decided to learn, learn, and learn. So, yeah, when I faced problems, I've started learning. And when I had job, I was doing job. When I didn't had any gigs and orders, I was learning because I've decided to change something in my life and I was so unhappy with the situation and I've decided to make strong changes in my life. So I dove deep into learning of whole industry pipeline. I've learned ZBrush sculpting, marmoset baking, a bit of Marvelous Designer, how to properly bake, how to unwrap, how to render, all of that stuff. I was learning by watching YouTube videos and making my own small projects to train and see how the new knowledge is implementing in my daily work. After a while of watching YouTube videos, I found a mentor for myself and we've started working with him. And he taught me a lot. I mean, it's so great when you have some questions about 3D modeling and you don't know how to Google it, you're not finding the right answers, and you have a person who is experienced and he can tell you what to do in your situation. Learning by tutorials on YouTube is quite time consuming. It's better to buy a course where you're creating some prop step by step. The tutorial is explaining steps and you have structured information from the person who is working in the industry, and it's more valuable than just random YouTube video on how to make that or another thing. So I work with the mentor, we have calls, I receive tasks, and I can ask any question I want to. Also, I started attending to some of the events that are organized here in Lithuania, and I started meeting people from the industry, and it's nice and great feeling to talk about problems you face now, to share your experience, to receive some feedback, and it's so valuable and I strongly recommend to everybody doing it. So my life started changing step by step because I've decided to seek for some changes and they started to come. I've decided to restructurize my morning routine. I've understood that I'm probably waking up too late, so I've decided to wake up a bit earlier, around 5:30, and by this small step, I've received additional hour or two in a day. I mean, it was hard in the beginning, but if you're willing to change something, you need to do things you hadn't do in the past. So with that additional hour or two that I've received in the day, I've decided to invest them in learning, in creating my own projects and building up my portfolio. And that was a so great feeling when you're working on things you work to have money, and after work you're building your own unique and let your creativity flow by the river. I mean, great feeling. One more thing, I've started tracking my time and I started planning my weeks. Because I was confused by my final goal and what I was actually achieving. When I saw the amount of time I'm spending for that or another project, I've received a reality check and understood if I want to have great changes in those fields, I need to put more time for it. It's so unrealistic to expect great changes when you're dedicating only an hour for whole month. I've started changing my life step by step, and I want you to know that it was a long period of time. I've started doing something, I quit it, and again I've started doing it because the planning, the time tracking, it all was starting and ending at some point, but when I've understood the real value of it, I've continued doing it till this day. Now I'm finishing one of my latest works and I'm so impressed with the results I'm receiving, because all of the knowledge I have, I implement it to my work to build my portfolio, and I see growth. And that's probably most important thing that keeps me motivated to learn and seek for new knowledge. Where the industry is going, the whole AI thing isn't the best motivator, I know, but I don't think it's gonna change something rapidly in the future. I mean, it will change kinda our workflow, but not that much as probably people imagine, that I won't have any job. I mean, we'll be prompters. Just kidding. The last part didn't record, so I need to do it again. But you know one thing, the more do I learn, the more I understand that AI won't replace us fully. I mean, it will change the pipeline and it will fasten our progress, but I feel that creating props, environments, and characters and whatever it is, it's more just than creating models. It's about telling stories. I mean, we're creators, and AI is just improving the process of our progress. When I see AI art, I don't feel any soul there, but for concepts, it's perfectly now. I'm not sure what it will be in the future, we'll see. So, if you're just starting out, know that it will be really challenging journey. Success will come if you'll have a valuable reason to proceed, do, again, repeat, do. Also, if you're dedicating for this stuff an hour a week, you won't probably make it. I strongly recommend doing it for daily basis constantly, at least for 10-20 minutes, because it's not about the time mainly, but it's all about the habit of learning, because I've started by learning for 10-20 minutes a day, and after I've increased it to an hour. I mean, yeah, there will be some times when you have uh, a meeting with somebody in the evening, you want to go out. It's totally normal. I'm not personally sticking at the PC for whole time. I have personal life and I have activities that I do. I mean, why I like 3D? Because it lets me to free my mind and create things I have in my imagination. That's the best thing that I have in my life. No, not the best. I have one. That is one of the best things I have in my life. When I look now at me before the trip to Thailand and me now, I see two totally different persons. This transformation shows the impact of consistent effort and change. And now I truly understand what successful people mean. Only hard work, your true belief in the result will work. An investment in self-development pays the highest dividends. To all aspiring artists out there, remember this. It's not that easy as many gurus on the internet can say. Just imagine that you're great and you'll become great. No, you need to put time and effort and do it consistently on daily basis. It's hard work, full of struggles and challenges, but if you stay focused, keep learning, you'll achieve your dreams. To help you on this journey, I have a gift for you. I've created a PDF guide on texturing assets in Substance Painter. You can get this PDF for free by clicking the link down in the description. By signing up, you'll receive this valuable resource that will improve the quality of your textures for sure. Go and check it. One more thing I want to mention, that the industry had the good times, now it's not the best times, but after not the best times will come the good times. And those people who are quitting now when it's not that good as it was, in the future when it will get back to normal, will regret, because the people who will stay here and continuously learn and improve will be much higher than those people who will just get back or will start out again. And those people who will stay in the industry, who will be motivated to learn and do things, will be much higher than those people who are just starting out or getting back to this profession. So let's keep together and we will make a huge impact on this industry. Also, it would be awesome if you could share your story in the comments below.